Candy corn beard. Not the worst thing to happen to me this year. Hey guys, Henry Leon here for Rewind Video, and you know me, I love horror games. My favorite game of all time is a horror game, Haunting Ground for PlayStation 2 if it isn't obvious. Now Haunting Ground was from a Clock Tower series that was released first in Japan on the Super Nintendo. We never got that game, but there's reproduction carts out there that you can buy online or just download it online. I think it's on Steam, I guess. It was released on the PlayStation 1 later on, like a remastered kind of port, but we also didn't get that version either. They did have a sequel, Clock Tower 2, but when it came out here, it was just Clock Tower. Awesome, great game, perfect kind of slasher Jolly-O style game. Now they did have a Clock Tower pseudo sequel out there called Clock Tower Ghost Head. We did get that here as well, under the name Clock Tower 2, The Struggle Within. Now people say this is the bastard child of the series, and they say it's unplayable, broken, unbeatable. And you know what? I disagree. I kind of like this one. Now don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but it has a lot of personality and it has a great story and concept. Now broken? Definitely not. Hard? Yeah, you're gonna need a playthrough or a walk guide or whatever to play this one. Now, afterwards, they did sell the rights to Clock Tower to Capcom, and they released Clock Tower 3. Just 3, no name changes, no nothing. Almost like that same naming situation with Final Fantasy back then. Now, this game was insane, just over the top, but it was awesome. Now, after that, they released their successor. In my opinion, the one that perfected the like hide and chase horror genre, Haunting Ground. My experience with that game, I will never forget. The beautiful architectural gothic mansion, the badass like industrial music, the feeling of the chase, the different psychopathic stalkers, the awesome, adorable dog companion with a nearly perfect AI mechanic where it helps you out and sifts through clues. It was an awesome game, but sadly it's kind of hard to get your hands on and even kind of harder to even play online. It's only available in Japan on the PSN. Don't know what the deal with that is, but luckily it's getting more of a cult following, and hopefully in the future it'll be available more widely, because I want people to experience Haunting Ground. Beautiful game. Now, for a while, I've been trying to search for that awesome same experience. And then when I heard that there was an Italian company making like a Clock Tower Haunting Ground style game, I was stoked. I saw some videos of it. I liked the style, and I like some of the winks to like classic horror films. I guess classic now. If you consider Silence of the Lambs classic, it's released in the 90s, jeez. But I was pumped. Now, I didn't get to play the PlayStation 4 version or the PC version. I got to play the inferior version on the Switch, on handheld. But at first, I got it day one release, and boy was that broken. There was wall clippings, the villains would get stuck in the floor. It was an unbelievable mess. And I sold that day after I got it. Then I heard they released patches for it months later. And I got it on a bargain, and you know what? I beaten it. Now, was it the experience I wanted? Not because of the downgraded graphics, or maybe the sound quality not being as great as more powerful consoles, but I just thought it was just okay. I like where the story was going, but then afterwards it got a little confusing, very vague. But then I found out they were releasing 2 more, it's part of a trilogy. So I was like, all right, I'll be kind of interested in that. More Clock Tower style games, I'm down. Then they released a trailer for Remothered, Broken Porcelain. And I saw that they looked like they tweaked the mechanics. It's a little bit more fast-paced. You were able to do more things. You were able to hide more. They kind of improved it a little bit. So it seemed. So months and months later, and months of being delayed, they finally released it for the holiday Halloween spooky season. And you know what? Broken Porcelain is right. Boy, is this game broken. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting that. But I wasn't expecting it to be this bad, and I guess I'm just annoyed and tired of companies getting away with this. Releasing a game not fully finished or not fully tested, and then they just give the excuse of, hey, we're gonna release a patch, no worries. Bullshit. Released a fucking game, finished, tested, no bugs. This game is a muddy, ugly mess. And I get it. When you go over to the Switch, you might have to downgrade some of the graphics, especially coming from a PC or PlayStation 4 or Xbox One counterpart. You're gonna downgrade the graphics, I get it. But just work on this port more. This is just a horrible, horrible excuse of a game. I tried trucking through it. I tried getting through the first chase, and the mechanics of the game was just stiff. It was sluggish. It was unresponsive. I couldn't do anything. The graphics kept glitching out, and I'm so glad I got some footage taken from this. So just by little subtle things, you see the graphics not being able to to comprehend the coding or whatever. It's just ugly mess. And it just annoys me that companies are allowed to get away with that. I don't understand. I feel sorry for the people who bought this digitally. I don't know how you're going to return that. I know some companies or some whatever online servers are a little more lenient, but people like Nintendo, I don't know about them. I know they've been kind of stingy about their return policy through their digital store. I'm glad at least I can get something out of this. Jeez, but I don't want to... My God. Stay away from this game. Very disappointed. So for those who are curious about this, don't spend your money. Just hold on to it. If you're really curious, just look up YouTube videos. Just play some other horror games. If you have a Switch, play like Streets of Red if you want something awesome for this Halloween season. That's an awesome horror beat 'em up game with great references to other great horror movies. Or if you want something more dark and menacing, but with great story and amazing style, play the Spirit Hunter games, Deathmark, NG, Spirit Hunter. Those are beautiful, great, dark, atmospheric games for this holiday season. But stay away from this. I cannot believe that this was allowed. This is disgusting. Hopefully one day we get Haunting Ground able to be on the online market so more people can play it without paying the bullshit prices on eBay or anywhere else, or scalpers out there. But you know what? Let's just keep our hopes up. I hope you have an awesome spooky season. Go out there, do something scary, do something frightening. But the only scary thing you should really keep away from is this game.